Hello and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. My name is Seth. In the last episode we successfully docked our Otter crew cabin with the Gagarin space station. Actually no, we were able to finally get Jebediah docked to the space station, and when we enabled the habitat on the Otter crew module we noticed that the nitrogen usage went through the roof. Let me just bring up the UI elements. And I'll turn on the game audio just a touch. And I'll actually, what I'm going to do, just bring the music back in. I had it turned off for some testing. There we go. Now we noticed, and you can see it here, that the nitrogen usage is quite significant. It really does sort of seem to be churning through really quickly. So what I did was I did some testing and did some investigation, and I found that when you enable a habitat, it basically has to refill the nitrogen from, or refill the pressure from scratch. It doesn't actually store it anywhere, so it will churn through this nitrogen here, and it'll actually go through about 2,400. Sorry, it'll go through about 2,400 units of nitrogen, and it will then settle down again once it's done. So that's actually normal. So now that we've got the habitat enabled, let's select part to transfer Jebediah to. Module is full or spaces. Okay, so they're not actually connected to spaces at this stage. So what we'll do is let's get Jebediah out. Not transfer EVA. And let's get him to come down to the Otter crew cabin. Let's inspect it. That's good, it's practically new, and let's board it. So now we can see that Jebediah is safely in there. So quite simply what we need to do is we essentially, next time we come up here, we just need to take a full tank of nitrogen and transfer some across. That's fine. That's not going to be a problem. I don't know what's going on with this mod here. Something really screwy. It's not actually this mod, it's all sort of mods that pop up in your UI. It's got this really funky background. I don't know what's doing it. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at how much. We've got 76 days. We've got an hour of nitrogen, but again that will level off when the nitrogen fully fills in the atmosphere. There's 76 days food, 76 days water, 80 days of oxygen, and the nitrogen will go back to normal. So we can basically stay up here for, I think, a month on our calculations. So we're going to leave Jebediah there. He is quite happy and comfortable. So what we might look at doing is sending up another Kerbal with probably a tin of nitrogen just to refill that, make sure that we've got enough. Yeah, I think we should be okay to do that. So go back to the Space Center. So we'll jump into the VAB, and we will basically mean, that flight was fine. So the Ophelia 9 was that craft. So we may as well launch the Ophelia 10. What changes? We can change some of the science experiments in there. Got batteries. We've got monopropellant engines. That's fine. We'll get rid of those experiments. Don't need those. Pop on some new ones. Let's see. Kraken experiment. We've done that one. Meteorological survey pack. Sure, we can do that. Oh, we're going to have to send up a new ScanSat one at some stage too. It's a bit big. Skin samples, we've sent those up. Yeah, no. That would be lovely, but it's too large. So essentially, looking at one of the experiments from USI. Some meteorological. Actually, I'm gonna just seeing what. I can probably put that sideways. That work. Incubator. Reproduce Kraken babies. Okay, sounds safe. Okay, so that looks like we might be able to do that. Might just shift that one a touch. Hopefully it's not going to do anything weird. Actually, open actions 1. Action 1. Check the eggs. Okay, so great, we've got our action groups set up. I think that's pretty much everything. Staging, everything is normal. Save that. Let's, who's our pilot? It's going to be Lingle. So we'll time warp a little bit to get Lingle up there. Sorry if I sound a little bit stuffed up. So our last flight launched on day 254 today, basically. So let's. Okay, so this is a problem. This is a big problem. We need to get more life support up in that station. We need to get more electric. Because we're not generating enough power, I don't think, by the looks of it. We keep running out of electric charge. Jets work has oceans, Gagarin station. I do have the monopropellant engine on the monopropellant. I do have the monopropellant fuel cell on the rocket that's docked up there. I don't need monopropellant once I've left the station. I don't know if I want to have that turned on permanently though. What's the situation? It's full. Do I need the habitat? Do I need the pressure control on the scrubber running? That might save some electric. Pressure control, habitat, scrubber, okay. Oh, that's fine. Let's just time warp up here a little bit and see what happens to the electric charge. Yeah, see, unless it was in the middle of an eclipse. It all seems to be fine. Yeah, I'm sorry if this makes you slightly nauseous. Yeah, I'm not sure why it said that the station was out of electric charge, to be honest. Okay. So let's launch the Velia 10 with Lingle 8262. So it's 8 days after the last flight. Mallory Kerbal is back in action, using R&R crew roster R&R to get different Kerbals into space. Okay. Now let's have a look at the rendezvous. Stations, Gagarin, 346. Okay, so we've just missed the last one. Again, time warping around until the phase angle is about 311. And SAS on, throttle off, LFO on, and go. And I forgot to get science experiments from the launch pad. So the meteorological experiment's going to be done once. While I'm going slow enough, I'm actually going to open this. Check the eggs. Keep the experiment. Close that. Really starting to pick up some speed now. 1.2 times the speed of sound. Accelerate the LFO. Separate the engines. Nice, easy launch. So this being about the third. Well, so this is the failure 10, so failure 3 failed, failure 4 failed, failure 5 failed. So there's 3 failures in there. There's 4 failures if you include number 8, when I couldn't dock and run out of battery. So I don't know why I think this rocket's so reliable then. Just putting that together, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 failures out of 10 launches. It's really not that successful at all. Looks good there. Moho Eve. So I see Jill, Juna, Eve. So I mean, we know Moho's out there. We can see it here because that's because distant object enhancement tells us, but we can't actually do anything with it because we need to discover it with a satellite. So far so good. 12 seconds left in this stage, and this should push our apoapsis up to around, we probably want to get to 105. 7. 3, 2, 1. It's a little bit higher than what I wanted, but that's alright. Won't be too bad. Probably be able to drop half a kilometre or so. Let's have a look at how we sit in relation to the station and to our apoapsis. So pretty much just our standard docking. Gonna accelerate, yeah, so we're too bad. See the rendezvous there. Okay, so that's about as good as it gets. Let's look at, yeah, it's our inclination is a fair way out. Okay, so that's probably about as good as we'll get. 3.9 Ks separation, and we'll fix it up on the ascending node at the other side. Actually, having said that, I'm not quite sure I like that idea. Let's just leave it at 8.2 Ks, and we'll adjust on the ascending. Okay. I'll burn at 50%. Now I'm in space, I'm also going to grab the meteorological experiments and check the eggs. Incubator, incubator, incubator. Close that and enable fuel cell. What I should have done is bought nitrogen. Again, I short of myself on nitrogen. That's alright, we'll organise that for the next one. It's not going to be an issue unless the craft runs out or the habitat fails for some reason. Which again, we can refill it. We've got, we can fill it about 4 times based on its current usage. Okay, so that's as good as we're going to get. Around to the ascending node. It's the wrong way. That'll put us to within 2.4. Have a quick look. 5, 2.3, 2.2. So we'll just do that burn in 10 minutes. And just come in hard on the dock, I think. Do a quick burn. Okay, that's a bit too much. What's that got for us? 2.4 Ks, that's alright. Have a look out here. .6, it's getting worse. 3. Okay, that'll do. That'll get us to within 200 meters. Everything looks good so far. We are going to come in fairly quick though. Oh, nearly missed it. We are going to come in at only 50 meters per second. That's not too bad, to be honest. So let's aim target retrograde. Okay, there we go. So we'll just slow our relative velocity down. Okay, so that should bring us, yeah, that's got our rendezvous distance down to 0. Oh, hey, there you go, look at that. Overshot, nearly had a collision. So let's see what condition we're in now. Okay, so we need to really get moving towards it. To thrust limit this and pretty much stop, because That was actually fairly dangerous. Right, let's control from here. Let's turn on RCS. Start heading towards the target. Bear in mind that 2 meters per second is still fairly quick, but we should be able to slow that down with RCS. Yeah, we've got pretty strong RCS on this craft, so it's good. Okay, so let's go down. So I'm obviously got a docking port already lined up, pretty much. See that one there that I'm probably going to aim for. So let's wait until we can select that. A little bit closer, I think. Hard to actually select them right on that edge. Now let's have a look. So just nudge it, nudge it ever so gently. One controls. And I actually need to rotate just a touch. That should be able to drag us in. Now what we might do is just go back. There we go. Docked. Quick time warp to get the stop the jiggling. Okay. So successfully docked. Grab some more science experiments, cracking experiment, cracking experiment. That's been used, okay. Okay, grab that experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off fuel cells. I'll make sure I've turned it off in here too, because that might actually be... Okay, that's fine. And we're going to EVA lingual Kermit. Lingual? Yeah, lingual. Release. RCS. Slow down, buddy. And we'll put lingual Kerman in there. So now, if we have a look in, and let's turn off pressure control, and we'll turn off the scrubber, save power, and camera chase free locked, auto, yeah, rock storage, fire extinguisher, guess that's a way out. Oh, so this is Jebediah, okay, great. Oh, that's probably the door. Okay, wonderful. And have a look at the other one. I haven't got any hands, which is kind of free. Oh, there's my hands. I don't want to touch that. So yeah, not too bad. We'll go to the other whichever dia and you click on anything. Nope. Okay, so that's 2 Kerbals in this station. Plenty of fuel, electric charge, food, water, nitrogen. So yeah, 320 days nitrogen, 30 days fuel. So we can bring them back in that time. That's fine. And what we can also do is look at consolidating a lot of our fuel and monopropellant together. But we'll look at doing that on the next episode. I think this is a good place to leave it. 2 craft successfully docked to the Gagarin station with 2 people on board. Probably need to look at doing something about waste as well. Sure what we need to do about that just yet, but we will find out. Well, I want to thank you very much for watching. Been watching Seth Plays Kerbalism or Kerbal Space Program with the Kerbalism mod, and I will speak to you again next time. Thank you. Bye for now.